Hello, my name is Mr. Brown and I'm one of the year group heads at Knightswood Secondary School. This short presentation is just to give a bit of background to the S1 report, which you should have with you. For obvious reasons, we aren't able to have parents' evenings this year, which is a great shame, because particularly in S1 it's nice for the teachers to meet parents and carers of the young people that they teach. Usually around the time of reports, the teacher would have a learning conversation with every member of the class. So that'd be a one-to-one discussion to see what's going well so far and to discuss areas for improvement. Again, due to social distancing, it's very hard for us to do that. But teachers will have taken the opportunity over the last few weeks to talk to their classes about the work that they've done so far and to give them an idea and a chance to feedback on how they think they're getting on. Now that the reports are out, there'll be an opportunity for young people to discuss these in a bit more detail in social education, to look at individual subjects, to look at the report as a whole, and start to pick out with their pastoral care teacher what things they can work on further. Reports are also a great chance to get involved with the learning. So whether that's a young person asking their teacher about things they're unsure of, if they don't think that any parts of the report necessarily reflect how hard they're working or the things that they think aren't fair, then it's good to start that discussion about how to improve, because teachers are always happy to discuss areas of strength but also to look at things that can be improved further. So the reports are a good idea, although they're a snapshot of how the teacher thinks the young person's getting on at that moment. They're also a good chance to have a discussion about further improvement. So as you'll know, your young person has been undergoing Curriculum for Excellence, which is the programme that takes them from nursery up to the end of S3, the broad general education, and then into the senior phase for S4, S5 and S6. You'll see from this graphic, which is also on the report, that first, second and third year where young people will aim towards completing third or fourth level of Curriculum for Excellence. That doesn't mean in first year that all young people will yet be at third level, or there's a problem if they aren't yet there. The expectation of the government, as it says on the top of the slide, is by the end of third year, almost all young people will be expected to be securely at level 3. So that's 2.5 years' time, and there would obviously be a lot of work and a lot of progress made in that time. You can see that on these slides here, where we've got a young person who's currently at second level in English, but the progress comment is that they're working at the nationally expected level and on target to achieve. So although they're not yet in third level, they've got 2.5 years to get there and are on course as they work steadily through. In other subjects, and you can see French, maths, social education and PE, they're already working in the third level and are expected to maintain that and maybe go beyond it. And in art, they're already at fourth level and again would be working beyond the national expectation. But there's not necessarily a problem if a young person's in second level or first level just now, but they'll be, because there's still that 2.5 years to work through towards the end of the broad general education. To clarify that a little bit, I've included a slide which shows the comment that you've got at home, and then on the right, our guide, what we show teachers. So you can see as you work through the number of progress blobs that a young person has in the report will indicate how confident the teacher is that they're going to get to the end of that third level by the end of S3. So as I said before, that's quite a wee way away yet, and they're working towards those. So if you want to pause that and have a look at these the comments on the right, that might help to understand the report better. Probably more important than the current grade, which is just a snapshot of how the young person is getting on, is how hard they're working, how focused they are, how much they're doing at home. So you'll be used to these with a grading from 1 to 4, with 1 being the lowest, where there's the most concern, and 4 being the highest, where the teacher's delighted, and you'll see that that's for effort, behaviour and home learning. And these really are an indication of how well the young person is working, because some people find subjects easier than others or have had an interrupted run in the past in some subjects. As long as they're working hard, they will make that progress. So please do contact us if any subjects are missing. I think there's over 230 young people in first year, and each young person is, I think, 13 different subjects to be reported on. So that's a lot of little different bits of information. So if there's anything missing, do get back in touch with the school and we can sort that out and reprint the timetable, the report. If you have any questions about an individual subject or a report on a whole, you can certainly get in touch with the school and we can find out more and discuss this with you. Or if you think your young person needs more support in any areas. As I've said before, this report is just a snapshot of your teacher's opinion just now, and also mentioned before that things can always improve if young people can listen more carefully in class, always follow instructions first time, ask and answer questions in class, and that's a really important one that sometimes young people feel a bit nervous about doing that, but the best learners would always try and find out more, would always ask if they're not sure, would never sit in silence in a class, but would put up their hand or wait at the end of a class to make sure the teacher explains things fully. And doing that little bit more homework always helps. Now, some young people and some parents or carers get in touch with us and say that they feel that the young person's working too hard and it's causing stress or anxiety, and we definitely don't want that. But quite often we have talked to parents and carers who suggest that a little bit more is possible, and even reading over the notes from the previous day or from the last week or so is really helpful in embedding the learning. So if you have any questions about the progress your son or daughter is making, then get in touch with the school, the pastoral care teacher, and if there's any issues about the report itself, please contact the school and ask for myself, Mr. Brown. Thank you.